I took up a new hobby, sprinting. Now, you're probably wondering, why would someone at 56 years old, no prior track background, suddenly takes up sprinting? Well, I want to promise you, I was not in denial. We got any baby boomers in the audience? Baby boomer brethren, you out there? Yes? Yes? Hey gang, the jig is up. The jig is up. I can no longer go around ranting. Those folks at AARP should not be sending me premature membership applications. Jig is up. So I'm not in denial. I realize that sprinting is age-inappropriate exercise. Flexibility, shot. Testosterone levels, shot. Fast-twitch muscle fibers, shot. That's for those of us who ever had fast-twitch muscle fibers. So I realized that. Why did I do it? Because I always wanted to have a signature, one-of-a-kind personal story in my speech. And I realized no other speaker would dream of taking up sprinting. Want to know the true answer? I was watching CNN. I saw a 94-year-old Chinese man run the 100 meters in 19.7 seconds. And I went, now that is so cool. And out of sheer intrigue, I set up myself with a 4-year Olympic training period to just see how fast I could get this body to run. Sheer intrigue. Well, the results, for me, were astounding. I looked at where I started. I was in really good shape, but not sprinting shape. So I would get on the 50-yard line of a football field, sprint over to the goal line, back a couple of times, and I'm going like this. Athletes have a technical term to describe that phenomenon. It's called sucking wind. I was doing a whole lot of sucking wind in the beginning. I remember my coach, Les Black, describing to me my workout, and as I'm listening to him, I say, Les, that's not a workout, that's the Bataan Death March. Remember the first time I ran the 200 meters in spikes? I'm just blazing it for the first 150. Come to the home stretch, and all of a sudden, my thighs feel like rubber. And my finishing kick resembled a staggering drunk failing a field sobriety test. Humble beginnings. 4 years and 1 severed hamstring later, I suddenly realized that instead of seeing those sprint workouts, something I dreaded, suddenly they became confidence-instilling sessions. 200 meters, twice I was able to qualify. My time got me to the National Senior Games. National Senior Games is probably the most prestigious. It's almost like the Olympic trials for masters athletes. And I had to sign up for another 4-year venture now. I decided to do pentathlon, which adds 4 more events to the 200 meters, including throws, discus, javelin, 1,500 meters, long jump, and that's the next goal. So I don't describe these results in any way to impress you. Not my goal. I describe it because you look at the before and after results, and you have to ask this burning question. Where, oh where, did this hidden capacity of physical capability come from? And then I asked a much more vulnerable, disturbing question. Art, where else in your life have you thought you were doing peak performance and you weren't even close, pal? My speaking, my coaching, my writing, my lack of deep friendships, my marriage. And I went through months of soul searching. And those months of soul searching were resolved with this quote from Dr. Albert Schweitzer, who said, "The tragedy of life is what dies inside a man while he lives." Folks, you're looking at the poster child for selling out on my full potential. I chose not to raise my standards of performance. I chose to let fear stop me when I saw behavior changes that would improve. I chose to focus on professional endeavors and let the other parts of my personal life maintain, right? And they deteriorate. Now, given that that Schweitzer quote has endured for decades, I guess I'm not the only one who resonated with it. Am I? Am I?